Record. YouTube, welcome to the Heart of a Family, episode 85?
Five. Huh?
85, I think.
I said 85, the Heart of a Family, episode 85.
Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, where you at? You on your way from working out?
Now I'm leaving a chamber event.
Oh, well,
Yep.
they should have been on. There's Chance. On mute. Yeah, he on mute.
Am I unmuted now?
Yeah.
Chance in his room. I'm about to give him some chicken nuggets.
Oh. I don't know if Sybil getting on or not. Eldon already hit record. So it may be like a short call.
I'm almost done. Hold on. Let me go drop this off to him. He wait till 8 o'clock to talk about he hungry. I asked him 2 hours ago. He's
And
ready to
that's
eat.
when you make him cook his own food. Mm-hmm.
Bless his heart.
Huh?
I said, bless his heart. Okay, let me sit down. He walking around barking like a dog.
Oh Lord.
Sid, where did you get that clip from? Did you get it off YouTube?
What clip?
From the Survivor thing.
Oh, it was on Yahoo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's been on almost on all the. I think it was even on CNN.
Yeah, I wish I would have saw the whole, like, I wish I like had the whole story to it. That's why it's so crazy, because you don't watch it, so you don't know like the full story.
No, watch
'Cause
Survivor.
I mean, it's really good. They have stuff on it like all the time. But
I mean, I watched it when it first came out. I just got bored of it.
so what happened was so when they first started out, like the first day, the guy and the girl, they were on the same tribe. So the very first day, he's like a father. They were telling about each other. He's like a father figure. So she pulled him aside and told him about her having autism because she was like, I trust you. So they're like number ones with each other, but nobody knows this. So that's why when it happened, it was just so crazy because nobody knew what was happening to her. They thought she was just crying, but they didn't realize that she was having a full-blown episode. She started having it when they were playing the game because they had to, it's 4 people on a tribe. They had to individually get a ball in a hole, and she was the only one that could not do it. So she started having an episode while the game was playing, like, why can't I do this? Why can't I do it? And the whole time he's looking at her like, to get her to look at him so he can kind of try to calm her down without breaking. Like, everybody knows that they're number ones now, but nobody knew that at first. They got switched on different tribes. They did a whole switch and everybody picked a bandana and they all split up. So nobody knew that they were number ones. Nobody knew she was autistic. He's the only person that knew. And she had talked to him about it. And she was like, if you see me start having an episode, she told him how to calm her down. Like, I need you to squeeze my hands, just calm me down, get me back grounded or whatever. So that's what happened. Like when she started crying and stuff, the whole tribe was trying to hug her, but they didn't know how to calm her down. But he knew. So that's why you could just see him, like, he wanted to go over there so bad. And he was trying to get eye contact with her to try to have her calm down without having everybody else know. But eventually was like, Jeff was like, well, see, you want to go over there? He's like, yes, he went over there. And that's when he started calming her down. But nobody knew that she had autism. Nobody knew that, like, when she was a little kid, the doctors told her she would never talk, she would not be normal or anything like that. But her parents poured so much into her, she overcame all of that. Like, you would not know she was autistic if she didn't say that. Like, they didn't know she was having an episode. They just thought she was crying because she was overwhelmed because she won, like, for her team. So they didn't have to go to elimination. But they're thinking that, she was just, happy that she won, but she was having a full blown episode and nothing that they were doing was calming her down. until he went in and helped.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they are number one allied with each other, but nobody knew that. Nobody knew about any of the stuff. So he basically broke all of that and was like, "No, I'm going to help her." Because he told her when she told him, he was like, "I got you." But they were on the same tribe at that time. They weren't
Mhm.
like that.
And then they
So
got split up.
yeah, so it was very it's very moving. That's why I was like, where you see that at? Because I mean, it just brings awareness to it too.
Mhm.
It brings a lot
Yeah.
of awareness to it, and then that just shows how much, like, when you have chance. Please stop. I know you hear me talking. Why are you whistling? It just lets you know, like, when parents put forth a lot of effort and help their kids on a regular basis, they can like overcome anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that was a really good episode.
Yeah. And
What
she
y'all
was
doing?
how old?
I think she's in her 20s, maybe like
Mhm.
24. She's young. He has daughters her age. So that's why, like,
Oh.
she kind of was drawn to him because they were talking when they first got on their tribes, just telling a little bit about themselves. And he was telling her that, he has daughters, but they were all talking together. So she felt like she could trust him. And she was like, I have to
Mhm.
trust somebody because if something happens, I need somebody to ground me.
Mhm. But then just
But yeah,
think about some of those kids, like Bo, that's nonverbal.
yeah.
When he had his episode.
Stop. Oh,
So
go. You're doing the whole interference thing. Go. You
let
cannot
me
interference
put this up
thing.
here.
Go. You cannot sit next to me.
I'm trying to get out.
No, he's not. Close your door too.
Hold on, y'all. Wait, what's that? Zoom?
Sorry, y'all. Ken's logged in on his laptop sitting right next to me.
The feedback.
Yeah. Like, you can't
I
just,
can
like,
hear
why
it.
won't you just get in the call? Like, why do you have to log on to your laptop? You sitting right behind me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you still hear it?
It's like
Yeah.
he echoing in the back.
Don't get kicked off again.
Yeah. You at work or you at home?
I'm at home.
Oh. But yeah. So that's good that he recognized her going through that.
Yeah, he knew exactly what was happening. I knew what was happening when she started having an episode while they were playing the game. That's why she was like, "I'm surprised I finished," because she was the only one out of all three of them that could not get the ball in a hole. Like, she could not do it, and everything was riding on her to win. Otherwise, they would have had to go to tribal council, and somebody from their tribe would have got voted off. But
Mhm.
she started having a breakdown while they were doing it, because she started screaming like, "Why can't I do this?" Like, she was like frustrated. And then she ended up getting it in there because she had tried like 3 or 4 times. They kept switching off. Like, if she messed up and got frustrated, they would let somebody else go.
Yeah,
So
do
everybody
it.
had already gone, and then she was the last one because everybody had to get the ball in on a team. It couldn't be nobody doing it all for everybody else. Everybody had to get their own individual ball in there in order for the whole team to win. But she started getting frustrated when she couldn't get it, and they were like, "Just calm down, calm down. Like, you just take your time. You could do it." And she ended up getting it, and that's when she started. She was happy, but that's when she just melted down because she was overwhelmed.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
But
Well, they
no,
say you never know what somebody is going through or what they dealing with.
right. It just brings awareness to it. Like, honestly. Because a lot of
Yeah.
people watch Survivor. I told y'all I first found out about autism. I was watching Big Brother. I did not know that guy had autism until he said something about it. Like, nobody knew that. Jeff was even crying on Survivor last night because nobody knew that. But knowing her
Mhm.
story after she told them, that's when everybody was like, "Oh my God," because they all thought she was just freaking out because she couldn't do it, and then they thought she was crying and was excited because she got the ball in there. But like, no, she was having a whole meltdown.
Mhm.
It was just getting worse because they didn't know how to, they didn't know how to calm
Yeah.
her down.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well.
They got another guy on there that has a speech impediment, and then he bonded with the other. It's another black guy on there. He used to have one too, and he had to go through physical therapy when he was younger. So they bonded. Like I'm telling you, they be they be having problems and stuff that they go through. In life, in regular life. Like he has a really bad speech impediment.
Mm.
And now they on the same tribe. They got mixed up. Everybody got mixed up. So now they're on the same tribe. And so he was just telling him like, so now they done made a bond because the black guy is telling him like different ways that he can, slow down and to make it, flow more smoothly because he had a stutter really bad when he was a young kid, and people picked on him about it and stuff like that. So they bonded over that.
Oh.
Yeah, so it'd be a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on. Like when they start talking and telling their stories and stuff, it gets real. It goes back to real life and not just we're playing a game and deceiving.
That's when they forming them alliances and stuff.
Yeah, because I told you
bonding.
They form their alliances.
Yep, I watched it when first few seasons when it came out.
It started getting better now. They starting to pick better people. For a while, they was picking crazy people. Like, oh my God, vote them out, please. Last season, Grandma's favorite. I hated that man. I was so happy when she's like, he is funny. No, he's irritating. Vote him out. I was so happy when he went home.
And now she got Bull watching it.
Yeah, we used to watch it all the time. An Amazing Race.
Yeah, he be over there watching it. So
yeah, she was dropping him off yesterday when I was calling her to tell her it was coming on. I'm like, you missing it? Because it was like 7:01. I'm like, Grandma, where are you at? She was like, I'm dropping Bull off. I'm going home right now. I was like, you missing it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's every Wednesday.
Well, yeah, when Sybil get on next time, she'll have to talk about it too.
Yeah. Because everybody has like different coping or different ways you calm them down.
But see, and her viewpoint is going to be a little bit different because Bo is nonverbal. So,
yeah,
I mean, she can pick up on certain things, but I mean, he's nonverbal. But his little what she call that pad? His electronic device, he can communicate through that now. But before when he didn't have it, I mean, so there was something she had to learn too to pick up on his trigger points and stuff.
Yeah, I think when she like the way she works with him now, I honestly feel like he'll get much better, like to where he will be verbal. There are a lot of people that were like she said last night. The doctors told her mom she would never talk. She would never, be able to function normally, and they just kept working with her. So that's why
it goes back to therapy, speech therapy, and then all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like, I mean, she's doing good. I feel like as long as she keeps working with him, like y'all say he's nonverbal, but he says things. You know what I'm saying? Like at first he couldn't.
Before he got the device, he was not saying anything. He was like nonverbal. Her putting him in the therapy, speech therapy, and then the device, and then her working with him, and now she's making him, before she give him certain things, try to say words and stuff. So that's helping him a lot too. So he's using the device and starting to verbally say stuff. So
yeah, that's why I said he's getting better. Like I feel like I look at the situation that happened last night and look at her like that can definitely be Bo. Like, you know what I'm saying? All the adversities and what everybody else is saying. When you keep working with your kids, you put forth that effort, you help them. Some people don't help their kids. They just feel like, oh, I got a kid with disability, I'm not about to do the extra stuff. They lazy. But when you have parents that are dedicated, you can overcome so much. You would not even know that she had autism, and she wasn't like the doctors literally told her parents she would never be able to talk, and she would never have a normal life or be able to communicate with other people.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's just, I think it's just a something you got to overcome, an obstacle you got to overcome. But with her working with him, I definitely feel like he's gonna overcome all of that because he's already progressing so much.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
His ass gonna be on Survivor season 56.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
It's been on
That's too
forever.
funny. I know. No.
But yeah, that was a good
Mhm.
episode.
But
Trying to
yeah,
think.
what else? Look, I'm gonna say it again. No DJT.
Yeah, I didn't even watch the news today.
Oh, they denied that lady's parole that killed Selena.
Oh, you know what they just had an impact thing on there, and I was like, this new? It's on Hulu. I don't have to watch
Oh,
it. They need
yeah,
to
they
deny her
denied her
parole.
parole.
You
Hmm.
know, we all love Selena.
Look, bitty bitty bamba.
Right. I learned how to speak Spanish. I know all them songs. I'll be home singing the song. Just like, Mom, you know Spanish? No, I just used to watch Selena over and over and over again.
Bitty bitty bamba.
Yes. She was,
Yeah,
yeah, Selena was that girl. That's the Beyonce of the Latina community.
that was Lopez before she even came on.
Lopez,
Really.
yeah. That's how she got on from playing in that movie.
Hmm.
And then I was like,
Yeah.
Selena was very pretty. Like she was so pretty.
Hmm. Yeah,
But
but
yeah,
they denied her parole.
they need to. She needs to sit there for the rest of her life. She took that girl life for no reason because you're stealing money.
Stealing
And she don't
money.
want to be friends with you anymore. Like, how do you can't get mad at her for that? Be glad she ain't suing you. Be
Yeah,
glad
she
she,
was I forgot that happened 30 years ago.
yeah, she was stealing money from her, and she met her, and that's when she shot her in the car.
Hmm.
No,
Yeah,
it
so
was,
they denied her parole.
that's good
Huh.
though. I'm glad to hear that. I think she was still in her 20s, like a
Yeah, I think
young
she
20s.
was.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
said I'm gonna have to have a chance to watch that movie with me one night.
Yeah, that's one of those movies I can watch over and over.
Yes, I used to watch it over and over.
Hmm. I can watch that over and over.
That's how I learned who Jennifer Lopez was. I did not know who Jennifer Lopez was before that movie because
Hmm.
I was still fairly young when that came out. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
I'm gonna have
good.
to watch it. They have an Impact show on it. I'm pretty sure that's probably what they're talking about. On Hulu. So I'll watch that when we get off the call because I saw it earlier.
Oh,
But I started watching that Twister thing, and I was watching.
on
I'm trying to
Netflix,
make I'm trying to
that
make cake.
Twister special.
For
What's it called?
Jocelyn.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that
And
was
them
sad.
people making it seem like it wasn't no bad storm coming.
Yeah, they didn't think it was. So that's what happens when you know how we used to be on the porch when the tornado sirens just
That
go
is
off. Nothing happened.
ridiculous.
Nothing happened. We used to
To
be
be
outside
outside
running
watching
around.
it.
Right, sitting on the porch. Grandma got her can in her hand. We didn't take it serious either, so I can understand how they didn't take it
Well,
serious.
no,
And
that
then
was a big one, big one. I
no,
was like,
but
dang.
still, they
And
couldn't
did you
see
see
it
that part where that girl said they was in the tunnel
in
part
the
of it, the
eye.
eye?
Right, like there had to be a huge tornado to have an eye, but they couldn't see it because it was rain wrapped. They couldn't see it until it got up on them. It just looked really dark. Cause she
That
said
is
on her,
crazy.
she was like, we were driving and we realized we driving into it. Like, oh
Yeah,
no, we gotta back up. Let's find somewhere else to go real quick. Yeah, that was so sad. But
yeah,
yeah,
that was crazy.
and it's
That
so
was
crazy though,
crazy.
that it happened the same night of their graduation. Like I
Yep.
didn't know that it was literally as they were leaving out of the graduation, these sirens are going. I didn't know that. I thought it was like way maybe the day after or something. But no, I said
No,
that's
it's the middle of the graduation. Yep.
and then the guy that the one that they were talking about who passed away, he was going home with his dad in the car and they got caught in a tornado and the tornado sucked him out of the sunroof and they found him days later.
Dang.
Yeah,
Days
that was
later.
a big tornado.
Like in a pond or something somewhere. He was days later they found him.
Yeah, that was a big tornado.
Yeah, that
I was
was
like,
huge.
dang.
I remember when it happened,
And
I
then
was
that
worried because
that
my
girl and
grandma
that guy, they
talked
were
about
brothers
him.
and sisters, wasn't they? The ones that
Yeah,
was in the eye.
yeah. They
Yeah,
were
they was
brother and
brothers
sister.
and
And
sisters.
the other guy that was with him, I think she said was her boyfriend at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
her
that's
brother
crazy.
liked chasing tornadoes, so that's why they went out to, see. Supposed to have tornadoes. It's supposed to be the apocalypse. I didn't know that it was that supposed to be that bad.
Here come your daddy.
But it was crazy that one guy, he was young at the time, he knew it, and he
No.
kept
Yeah.
trying to tell his mama.
And what's crazy is he was
Look at it.
13, and then they were from
Yeah,
San Diego. He wanted
yeah.
to be. He probably
I
is a
mean,
meteorologist now.
he wanted to be a meteorologist,
Yeah, because
so
the
he
whole
was
purpose
into
of
that
him coming
stuff.
down there was because he had connected. He said he connected. Well, he wanted to, chase tornadoes or see active weather because they live in California and they don't really get, too much of anything but sunny days and and like that's it. Maybe wildfires. I don't even think they had wildfires back then as much, but he said he wrote to some different news stations in the Midwest, and that was the only one that responded to him. And so him and his mama flew out because the guy that was actually like telling everybody to take cover and stuff, I think his name was Don. He told them that they were supposed to have bad weather on the 22nd and the 23rd. So they flew out the day before, which is when the damn tornado hit, to be
Mm-hmm.
prepared to go, to do all this stuff the next day. And I remember him saying, he said when we were in the plane, he was like, this weather is weird. Like, because they driving into a dang storm, but they ended up landing and went to get some food, and that's when everything happened. He said he tried to
Yeah,
contact the meteorologist that he was actually going to be shadowing, and he didn't answer. But he was, busy doing the way he was busy doing
mm-hmm.
the
Doing the
way.
weather.
Yeah, that's why he was like, "There's something's wrong." And they
Yep.
said, and he came on the news and said there's a tornado on the ground. I'm like, oh no, we all have to take cover. Everybody just sitting there. It would be all right.
I know. That's why I was like, y'all need to move.
Yeah.
And then when
I,
that one
I,
guy in that restaurant got them people finally moving as soon as he went into
yeah.
that, because he couldn't go where he had them. He went into
Yeah.
another, like a closet or something, and he
Yeah.
said that it hit as soon as he went in there. That's
Yeah, I wonder
crazy.
how many people lost their lives. Because when the trio, like the brother, the sister, and the boyfriend,
Hmm.
they had their phone going the whole time.
Yeah.
When they were trying to back out, when they realized, oh damn, we're driving into the damn tornado, people were still driving into the
Yeah.
tornado. So I'm like, what happened to all of these people? Like there had to
Yeah.
be so many people that died trying to go home. A lot of people probably from that graduation, because that graduation was packed.
Yeah. And I'm like, did they not hear the sirens going off inside?
Probably not. I know
That's
sometimes like at work,
crazy.
we can't hear the sirens. Like
That's
they have
crazy.
they have a thing though inside our job where you can't hear it, but if you in there by yourself, it's like a humming sound. It's some type of system they got in there that reduces noise, so you can't hear what other people are really talking if they're far, like on the other side or maybe just a few feet away from you, because we have people on the phones. We don't ever hear them talking on the phones because they have this humming thing that's constantly going where you really can't hear stuff. But yeah,
Mm.
you can't really. I doubt they can hear it, especially if they
Yeah,
were in
that
there
was crazy.
because everybody's screaming, everybody hollering.
Yeah,
And then
that
it's
was
bad when you're in the Midwest and you think, oh, the tornado sides go off. They go off all the time. It ain't nothing.
yeah.
And nobody's watching the news. No,
But
nobody's
I'm
paying
like,
any
even
attention.
when they was like, we need to move away from the windows, people still sitting there. I'm
Right.
like, that is crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure some of those people died.
And that
I'm
is
sure.
crazy.
That's so sad though.
That's crazy.
'Cause I remember when May 3rd came, I I was up. I used to watch the weather. I was scared of tornadoes. Grandma was so mad at me because I was running through the house crying, trying to wake them up, telling them we had to take shelter. She was like, "Why are you waking me up?" I'm like, "It's a tornado coming our way. What do you mean?" Grandpa passed out in his room. She telling me leave her alone. It's just a tornado sirens. It's not gonna hit. Like, girl, turned out that was May 3rd. I was terrified that night because I'm like, oh my God, F5.
Mm-hmm.
Not good at
Yeah, that's
all.
crazy.
But that's how a lot of people are, especially older.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
wake me up. I'm not waking up for this. I'm not paying attention to them sirens. They go off every other week.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
that's
Every
crazy.
Wednesday. I'm used to it.
Right. Oh my God, kid. I thought I was the only one that realized, like, why does
Every
these
Wednesday at noon.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, that down here is every Saturday at noon. That's how we be knowing it's noon down here.
I'm like, they need now I'm just like, it's just going off at noon. They need to do it more regular so people are not get so used to it.
Yeah, I know when the fires were going, they started blaring the tornado sirens. Like to let
Mm,
people know, like
yeah.
you need to be aware, you need to turn the news on. I said, there
Mhm.
tornado sirens going. This is
Yeah, but
crazy.
that was good. I don't even remember when that hit.
I
I mean, I
do.
know it wasn't here, but I'm like, I don't remember it on the news
I
hitting
remember
like that.
because my grandma, my dad's mom lives in Neosho, Missouri. It's right outside of Joplin, and it's like in the middle of nowhere. She moved with a church. The church is in the middle, and then it's all they're mobile homes. They're all around the church. Everybody school they had to be bused every day, but that's the high school that was closest to them. So that's the high school they used to go to. It destroyed their high school.
No.
Because my cousin Jasmine, I think she was still in school back then. She's the baby.
Mhm. Yeah, that
God,
was crazy.
like I hope grandma never married
Mhm.
down the
Yeah,
middle.
that's crazy. But
Yeah,
yeah, it was good though. It was a good little
yeah,
documentary of that.
yeah. It was really good, especially because they had the video going the whole time,
Hmm.
like the
They
whole
sure
time.
did.
When they was screaming and hollering, trying to keep like, where are you? Like, I mean, like
I
really trying
know.
to. They're in the middle of it, and then when it would calm down, you could hear her say, "No, stay down," because people were thinking it was over. Like, no, it's a whole nother side of
But she
this.
even had her phone still on when they was in the eye.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
yeah.
That is crazy. And then she said it was calm in the eye and she
Hmm.
just saw light. I said,
That's
that is
crazy.
crazy.
It's just like being in a dang hurricane, except for it's smaller and it's moving across
Hmm.
and
Water.
not water.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
like the eye of a tornado, just like the eye of a hurricane. Calm.
Yeah.
Yes. That's how you know it's huge though. Like, dang, that had to be huge for it to be a few seconds to where it was calm. Like, oh wow.
Yeah. And then
I
her
wish it
brother
wasn't
was
that.
holding on to her as long as he could. Then he had to finally let her go.
Yeah. I'm glad they all
Yeah.
made it though.
Yeah.
Because that
Yeah.
would have
Because I think
been sad.
she said he was on her back or something, wasn't he?
Yeah. She said
Yeah.
he was on her back trying to, weigh her down. They was all huddled together.
That's crazy.
But she said she felt them like, lifting up off the ground. Like it was
Hmm.
lifting up. I said, that's crazy. But that's a very good I'm
And I know
glad they
she said something like she was just waiting to get pierced with something because it was so much
yeah,
stuff flying
yeah.
around in there. Yeah.
Because they were screaming. Like you could hear them saying, this
You could
hurts
hear
so
them.
bad. I was like, oh my God, this hurts
Yeah.
so bad. I'm like, oh my God, I can imagine what's hitting them.
Hmm. Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah,
And
I
then it's
really
crazy that the majority when they hit at night and you really can't see them.
yeah. Cheers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mhm.
Chance.
Yes, what did you learn today?
I forgot what it's called, but we just finished.
What was it?
Mama, what was it?
Press. Boy, you don't know
What?
anything. Prepositions.
Oh, what is a preposition?
It's like a word that is. It's like a word that like it's just like below, above. Wait, what was it again? Of,
Yeah, of is one. And
in,
so
into.
it's a word that describes where something is, like where something is located. Go in your room, within this. Yeah, that's what we're learning today. Tomorrow we're doing prepositional phrases.
And tomorrow, if I do good on it, then I get my game back.
Oh, okay.
Girl, I told y'all he was acting up. I ain't playing with him.
So you get your game. So